And how are you?
Hello, Mr. President.
Hello, Mr. Bradley. I heard a slight undertone of smirkiness to that reference to Mr. Blakely.
See, I heard a slight undertone of Marilyn Monroe.
Yeah.
I was expecting
If only.
your birthday was last week, I think, right?
Oh, yeah.
That's where I should have said.
Actually,
Happy.
Always be.
Don't say anything you don't want on the record because you start recording that.
Yeah, we are live now, so.
So about that bonus for Sherry Hershon.
I admire all my fellow council members.
There we go.
And I think Tom looks great for 80.
Wow. But I'll use that.
Brutal. Brutal. Councilmember Moranti did not come to play today.
Where, has everybody forgotten we have a meeting?
Yes.
No, we don't really need a quorum because we're not going to vote on anything after all.
Oh, we're not voting on
Now, Peter will explain in a little bit
Yeah.
once we get started.
two special meetings in a row.
I'd like to propose a resolution to recognize Mr. Art's haircut right there. It's pretty nice. I like it.
You've already recognized.
Thank you.
Oh, dang, I missed it.
Oh, I thought you heard that, but no, the thing wasn't on that. So you couldn't have possibly heard it make it light of Art's interesting haircut. Interesting, fashionable. Unlike.
And people always wonder why there's only one term. per council.
The only one that brings that up, man. I don't know.
I think as long as he doesn't buy any supply of tiki torches, we'll be fine.
What'd you say?
So as long as you don't buy too many tiki torches, we'll be all right.
Oh, my God.
Oh, no.
Oy vey. Where were you on January 6th?
No, I think the question is good directly to you.
I cannot disclose.
Further to that.
Like, yeah, we're by 7.
Another shooting move.
I have
I got it.
written something for me. I just put on the board.
It's okay, I'm finding him tomorrow if I get into the ophthalmologist early enough. Who has glaucoma at 42?
Yeah.
You?
Yeah,
Yeah, that sucks.
they were just like, oh, your pressures, they're like, will you get in? I'm like, I can't help it.
So. We can have a meeting if there's. Crystal. Marga. Nobody came in that time, that door? Okay.
No.
We'll give it one more minute. Theo Malachi. Okay, let's get started. This special meeting of the Common Council for April 10th, 2023 is now in session. Please rise for the pledge of allegiance. Okay, where'd it go? I put it right there. Oh,
No.
who stole the flag?
Where did it go?
This is like that really bad Super or Spider-Man meme.
Looks the same spot to me, I don't know.
I don't know what's doing. Can we pledge to just like that to space?
To the city of Hudson
I
flag.
can't. I guess we'll skip it.
There's a protocol on that.
Somebody stole our flag.
I don't learn. Is there a special event?
Come on.
Okay, I guess we'll skip that for
The
tonight.
flag's on everybody's heart, right? So I can just do it that way.
Sherry, will you please call the roll?
Councilmember Anthony. Councilmember Desilluti. Brick,
Here.
Harris. Morante,
Here.
Morris.
Here.
Roni.
Here.
Sarwar.
Yeah.
Walker,
Here.
Wallace,
Here.
President DiPietro.
Here. I need a introduction and a second to receive the call of the meeting. Arthur, second. A second, Brian. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
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 Okay. The motion carries. Excuse me. Now, we don't have a quorum, but we're not gonna need it because we will not be making a decision tonight, and that will be explained now by your Commissioner of Public Works, Peter Bugano.
Thanks again for meeting, special meeting, arranging this, and it was mine.
Can everybody hear him well?
Yep.
Yeah.
It was.
Yeah, but it would be better, Peter, if you came closer to the whatever owl.
Is this better?
Yeah, that's much better.
So I want to thank everyone again for the special meeting opportunity. I know it takes your time, but I appreciate it. We have this project going on, ADA compliance of the City Hall restoration. I had hoped to come here with a solid resolution regarding the abatement and award of a contract on which way to proceed. Last meeting, if you recall, you asked me to verify the reasonableness of the $91 a square foot to abate the work. I did my due diligence, and in doing so, it was determined the price quoted was not competitive. So we don't have I don't suggest awarding the contract to that which was presented last time. And I will make time in my schedule to go out and seek proposals for abatement and for the rewrapping and then the air monitoring. So there'll be three components to this work. And the work will commence once this contractor, we don't want to interfere with his work to cause any issues with the current contractor, VMJR. The work will commence upon the completion of their work, but yet while the building is still vacant. So we're going to try to schedule it. I'll get the proposals. The proposals will include a schedule to do the work between July and August, and we'll have it done, and then we'll occupy the building. So that's the deal, and I apologize for not being able to give you a resolution today, but I think in the end, I think we'll save a couple dollars.
Margaret, you have a question?
Yeah, Peter, so when we last talked about this, we had basically two things on the table. Complete abatement of the asbestos and so forth, and then new non-asbestos installation. That was one scenario that was like 35,000, and then the other scenario was no, sorry, excuse me, that was the one that was over 50,000, and the other scenario was simply sealing what was currently there. So as you go out for bids, are you getting quotes on those two scenarios? Because I think the sense in the discussion, certainly from comments that Art had made, and I would agree with this, you know, we have a problem, solve the whole problem rather than pushing it down the road when there's a pipe leak or whatever. So are you going to get quotes for both of those approaches to the resolution?
So it was my impression and my understanding from the last meeting that I was to come back with the total abatement response.
Good.
And
Excellent.
Yeah, I plan on doing that this time. I think, you know, if we're gonna put in this amount of work, or if I'm going to put in this amount of work, I might as well just go with the abatement. I think we'll come in between the 36 and the 53. My current estimate is that somewhere in between those two numbers to do the whole project, including, removing the asbestos. So this is what will happen. We'll remove asbestos from, I know the paper talked about removing pipe. It's not removing the pipe. It's removing the wrap, the asbestos wrap on the pipe, 533 lineal feet. Replacing that pipe, wrap with a non-asbestos material. And during the course of that work, it will require air monitoring, which we didn't discuss, or I didn't provide any, cost for last time. But there will be.
Yeah, that would certainly be my preference because, you know, aside from people bumping into whatever and breaking up something that just concealed asbestos, like these are old pipes and a very real possibility is a leak. And then you have a bigger problem. So I think taking the approach of full abatement and removal of asbestos, I certainly 100% agree with that.
Right, and I met with a contractor there on Friday, just to get a better idea of what the scope might be, and just keep in mind, there will be some work required by DPW. The pipes actually go into actual storage space, which will need to be somehow protected from the abatement component, which means the files might have to be moved. So there's a little bit of internal DPW work that needs to be done. Files need to be protected, but you know, having removed, to have all of the asbestos removed makes sense because you were in that area. You know, there is some of the material that seems to be in place and there's some material that seems to be becoming a little bit more fragile. So I think it's the right way to go if you're going to do it. And I think now that we're going out to bid, we'll really get a good number. Hopefully I'm right on that, and we shall see.
Thank you.
Peter, when you said it's non-competitive, you mean the 91? The 91, but the 91, whatever it was.
$91 a linear foot is on the high side.
So what was that what we're going on with the first?
Right. So
Was that not competitive too?
Right, right. So the relationship on the first component of it, right? So we hire a contractor. We hire DMJR as our general contractor. They go out and they bid the other components, the plumbing, the electrical, the asbestos abatement. That's between them and another contractor. They give us a price, $669. Second low bid was $800,000. So we awarded it to them. It's their relationship with their contractors. If they like contractor A over B, they worked with contractor A. They're not necessarily interested in a competitive price because they won the bid. They're low in the overall scheme of things, but that was the price. So when we first got their number to do the additional work, it matched what price they gave for the original work, thinking that's not a bad thing. That was a good thing.
Right.
At least it's the same number. It's not inflated. So what we determined after my due diligence is we've discovered there are costs that are less than that to do that same identical work. So hopefully that sticks, and then in July that will remain the same.
But thank you.
Any other questions from the council?
Thank you.
Yes, thank you once again, Peter. Get those other RFPs.
Yeah, no, I'm working on, yes, we're working on, we have Charles Williams, I don't need to go through my list, but yes, we are working. I owe Tom and I owe Michael, as I said last week, right?
Yeah.
It was actually longer than that,
Yeah,
but I will get to those, yes, I'm working
no
on those.
rush. Anyway, can I have a motion and a second to adjourn?
Make that motion.
Art and Dominic. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Okay, stick around, we're not gonna change the
Thanks, Peter.
language. Sherry, thank